Hello and welcome to your new platform. I'm going to take you through each of these tabs so you know how to make the most from the platform. The first tab is your dashboard. Now this will be empty until you have committed an investment through the platform. And once you've done that, you'll be able to see your investment allocation, so how much the company is raising and how much you've invested, your stage diversity, so are you investing in companies that are new ideas or revenue generating or mature, industry diversity, so are you focused on one industry or do you spread yourself across perhaps technology, education, etc. Then this table in the middle provides a bit more information, so you can see how much you invested into a company, what your equity value is, and the current valuation of the company. Now that can change if they were to go through another funding round. And if the company has completed this in their reports, you'll also see the MRR, the burn rate, and the next milestone. You're able to explore that company by clicking on that icon, see your investments and be able to edit them or remove them. Or if you wanted to go directly to the company page, you can click on the company name. Just at the bottom here, you have a summary of your investments, so how many investments you've made in total, how much money you've invested, and then that over time. Next up, we're going to explore activity. So activity summarizes all the actions within the platform. So if you've been invited to view a company, invited to join an investor group, or if you're part of a company page and they've uploaded a new document or reached a milestone, that will appear here. We have our profile here. So under our profile, you can edit your details. Under investment preferences, you can set what you're interested in. So perhaps you're interested in formed companies that are making revenue, in B2B businesses, and perhaps also SaaS businesses. Your category might be technology, for example. You can select many. And the status you might be interested in, SEIS approved. Location, you might want the whole of the UK, for example. You can change your password and you can self-certify, which you will be required to do once a year. Next tab is companies, and you'll probably spend most of your time here. So if we go into new companies on the left and companies you're involved in will appear on the right. So companies you're involved in will be empty until you become involved in a company. So if we look at this first one here, in the first tab we can see the details, so that's category, SEIS status, investment stage, how much they're raising, how much they've secured. You can look at their company details, a summary paragraph, any documents they've uploaded. These will be the pitch deck, the financials, the business plan. Founders can save these documents as public or private. If they're private, the entrepreneur will need to give you permission. If they're public, you can download it straight away. And then finally, we have investment stage here. So you can commit to invest or you can view investments. If you commit to invest, you're simply making a declaration of your interest and giving an idea of how much you might be interested in investing. You're not legally bound by this. It's just to help see who's interested. And that's my terrible electronic signature. And now we can see the view investments, so we can see who else will be interested. So you'll be able to see other investors and you'll be able to click on their names to go through to their profile. So if we go back to that company overview, you'll see here there's a button to say follow company. So if we click follow company, then we'll be able to view more information. So you do need to be approved before you are able to see that new information, and I've just approved myself, so we have full visibility of this company page now. You'll see at the top here there's a star rating. So I've already given this a 3.5, but we can go into it and you can change that if you like. So you're giving a rating under management, product, market, finance, and customer acquisition. So you can assign the stars and you can rate. And once you've rated, you can see other investor ratings as well. The founder of the company can't see this. This is for investors. If we continue to scroll down the page, you'll see milestones here, so you can view what their next milestone is that's coming up, and you can also see milestones that they've hit in the past. And below here, you can post a new comment yourself, or you could upload a document, perhaps an interesting article that applies to this company, or you can respond to other messages made by other investors or by the entrepreneur, so you can leave a comment on somebody else's message. So if we just navigate now on the right-hand panel, so we have due diligence. This is a due diligence room room where the founder can answer these due diligence questions by free text or uploading documents. We have set about 30 questions under financial, legal and technical that the entrepreneur can answer at any time, but you yourself as an investor can also ask a question. If you ask a question, that will appear in this due diligence room underneath these questions, and it will be visible to both the entrepreneur so they can answer it, but also other investors because they'll be very interested in your questions as well. So under due diligence we have equity division. This shows who owns pieces of the pie, so how much the founders own. If they've gone through another investment round previously, you'll see how much other investors own, and you can also see they can set this up several times, so you can do this over rounds, so you can see how much you'll be owning as well. Under this we have company reports. The reports allow you to see progress of the company, so we break it down by customers, so customer acquisition, finances, so there you're able to see the burn rate, the profit, etc. Then we have human resources, so attrition, so how many new hires they've had and how many people have left the company. And finally at the bottom there we have marketing, so paid marketing and non-paid marketing, so how the company's doing. And we pull in data from Google Analytics and Cloud Accounting if the entrepreneur gives permission to do so. And once the data is input, then that feeds into these graphs, and key information will also feed into the investor dashboard. In chat rooms allows you to chat live with the company. So this will be the entrepreneur, the founder of the company, but to chat live, others do need to be online. So you can open a new chat room or you can enter an existing chat room. So you can add to this chat room here and you can message everyone, or you can specify who you want your message to go to. And you can see who else is in the room. You could also do a group video call. So back on the main company page, you can view other investors and advisors who have viewed this company. And just below, under the company leader, you can also see which investors are interested. Now this means investors who have also followed this company page just like you have. And under that, we have our investor group. So this investor group section allows investors to chat privately. So up here where we had the chat rooms, that's to chat with the company, whereas investor groups allow you to chat just with investors. So you can create a new group or you can enter an existing group here. So we can do that, but since we're doing it, let's navigate through to our groups page. Here you can create your own group or you can browse groups. So we've actually been invited to join an investor discussion group. So let's accept that. And now we're in our investor discussion group. We can see which company we are discussing. So this is the company we were just in, our example here. And so we could post a new message to this investor group, or we could upload a document, or we could enter a live chat room. So again, these investor groups are for private discussions. The entrepreneur can't see any messages that you post, and they can't enter these chat rooms. And if you were to enter a chat room, you can see the participants, and you can even select participants. So if there were lots of people, you could select who you want to talk with. So this bit's very private. Towards the end here, we have our contacts. So you can add all investors. Again, only investors can add all investors. Entrepreneurs cannot do that. Entrepreneurs cannot contact you unless you show interest in their company. You're hidden from them until you do. And you can message through the platform. So you can message any of your contacts. They do need to be contacts before you can message them. Finally on the end there we have toolkit, we have some business tools, some legal documents, and your calendar. Your calendar will allow you to see any events taking place, so perhaps a pitch event or an open day, and you can view these if you've been invited, and you can add them to your calendar, your own personal calendar. If you have any questions or feedback, which will be very welcomed in terms of improving the platform, you can just click feedback at the bottom here, type it in here, and that goes directly to me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you need help with anything, you can click on this icon and this will show a video relevant to the page you're on. We hope you'll find this platform valuable in making investments, and any questions, please do ask.